Hey everybody, wanted to give you all a quick review. I was looking online for reviews on the LG Tone HBS or LG HBS-760. They're relatively new. They're a newer style to the LG line, at least from what I've seen. I was originally rocking the LG 730 stereo headset, which is kind of like the original, which is the 700, the orange. This is the gray style in here with just the formed insets for the magnetic earbuds. I decided to pick these up. Didn't find anyone online and on Amazon that had them yet, but I did find them at Verizon, so I ordered them online. They're about $60-something, I believe, and they seem to do pretty well. The buttons for play and the call buttons are now these silver dashes up here, or silver insets right here and here. The one good thing about these compared to some of the other models is the actual indicator for your Bluetooth is inside right there next to, that's the on switch, on off switch, right in there. And it's kind of nice because it doesn't, if you're in the dark or somewhere where people see you have it on, it's not blinking really brightly. You know, it doesn't pick up people's attention too terribly. Compared to the 730s, some of the differences is the band in the back is actually squared off. Used to be rounded. It's kind of hard for me to focus on it, but you can see it's squared. It's still kind of a rubber texture, but then has almost like an inner cylindrical, probably metal piece that goes inside of it. So I haven't noticed anything really yet in terms of the feel for it and it being uncomfortable. It is contoured a little bit more. You can kind of see it's rounded off, whereas the 730 that I have is and the 700, they're both kind of flat, aside from just the kind of the bulge at the end here that these things normally have. I've owned this is my fourth pair. I have the original 700s. I actually have two of them. One is a backup because I like the original one so much. One of the good things about this model, and it might have just been because the 730 I had before wasn't all that great, I don't know. I had connectivity issues with the original 730 I had, the one I just showed you, and it used to actually skip. You would play a song or go to the next track, and it would kind of cut off the beginning of the song. Videos were kind of out of sync, and this one seems to do pretty good by that. I haven't noticed any issues yet. Some of the other changes that they made, there's no longer buttons on the side of this thing. It's just this one cylindrical finger piece, and now if you want to volume up or volume down, you actually slide this down or slide this up. And it is the same thing for the track button right here on the side. Same thing, you just kind of push your finger on it and slide it up and down. Has a little bit of resistance to it. Don't know if I like it any more than the button pressing. Seems kind of a little bit more cumbersome to kind of scroll through things. It does seem to be okay though. It's probably just going to take me some getting used to. I did notice on these, I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but some of the older styles had their own integrated volume levels, whereas this one just changes the volume on my iPhone 5S. So if you adjust the volume up and down, it goes up and down on the phone. It does not do it individually, whereas it will max out on your volume level on your actual headset, and then you go to your phone, you can crank it up even more. It seems to integrate fully and control volume all in one piece. The magnets and the earbuds, I don't know what they did to them to make them fit snugly, but they seem to fit a little bit better than the other ones. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of with these is, because this is the first pair I've had that kind of sit downward, is that the earbuds, when this is pointing down and sitting on your, collarbone or your neck area, they tend to kind of like, want to be pushed around. They don't kind of slide really because the rubber tip catches everything, on your shirt when you're moving around. So I have noticed they seem to kind of spin around your neck a little bit more than the other pairs. I haven't tried to work on my back or work out or do anything to that effect, so the spring tension, or at least the tension of the band here around your neck, seems to be about the same as the other ones, or any of the other models I've had, where if you were to lean back, it would essentially just drop back and fall off your neck, which you would obviously notice. The clips on these things are a little more heavy duty than the old ones. The old ones used to be, just a little ring clip that was, cylindrical. These, they've kind of beefed up a little bit. They seem to hold on a little bit tighter, but I haven't pulled them off yet. I've only been wearing these for the last couple days, so no problems as of just yet. Charging, same thing as just the micro USB port here on the side. It seems to be fine. Don't have any problems, pulling the cover or, having the cover come off, by accident. Everything seems to be okay there. They connected well, and like I said, compared to the old ones, they sync up really nice. I changed tracks. It happens, instantly, and there's no delay. I haven't noticed any skipping or any issues with my phone being in my pocket or reception so far. These are an official LG pair, so these are not a knockoff brand that you would get off Amazon or anything like that. These are actually LGs that I paid a little bit more for. Don't know how they are compared to the Infinims. I don't have a pair of the Infinims or any of the Ultras, so I'm not too sure. Some of the people who wear the Ultras maybe are used to this design more than the originals like I've been wearing. But these seem to be okay so far. No major complaints. I think all of the voice prompts for the most part are the same. I don't think anything's changed there in between the 730 and the 760s. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the little chrome strips, though. They're kind of annoying in terms of the way they look. I think they're just a little bit flashy. It'd just be nice if they made them black, so the whole thing was just black. Just kind of be a little bit, uniform. But besides that, can't think of anything else. Oh, one other thing that I did notice compared to the old ones is the old ones used to have the earbud had a port. Even when you pulled the tip off, it recessed quite a bit, and it always used to get gunk from my ears and stuff like that would get hung up inside of the thing, and you have to pull it off and clean it off. And I don't know if they changed something with the design of the inner structure of the earbud or the earbud itself in terms of the way it's designed, but these seem to fit a little nicer inside of your ears. And if you look, you can see right there at the top, it is essentially a solid piece, and you can see the flat edge. So if you get any crud or anything like that, it's pretty easy to clean it out in the earwax or anything like that. And the back side of these are actually a different texture, and they're flat. So they're a little bit bigger. They feel a little bit bigger when they're in your ear, but maybe because these are new and not, all waxy and greasy from, all the dirt and stuff in my head when I'm working at work, but they seem to sit in my ear a little bit better, hold on. The older buds that originally came with these things, I always had problems with them falling out. So far so good. If you have a 730, I would say definitely upgrade to these. They're a little bit better, not spectacularly better, but the connectivity definitely makes it worthwhile. And for $60 it's still not too bad. Probably next review will be when I pick up a set of the Infinims to review those. But hadn't seen any reviews really on an official pair of these, so figured I'd post a video. And that's it. Appreciate it.